The New Apostolic Reformation does not care about making disciples because it's too busy taking dominion via the Seven Mountains Mandate. My name is Elena. I studied Christian fundamentalism in divinity school, and I grew up in this world, so I'm here to unpack the Seven Mountains Mandate for you. In 1975, a missionary named Loren Cunningham claimed that he had had a vision from God. Now, you might know Loren Cunningham from an organization that he founded called Youth with a Mission, or YWAM. Now, in this vision, Cunningham claimed that God had shown him 7 categories of society that Christians needed to take dominion over in order to reclaim America for God. Cunningham then met with Bill Bright, who founded Campus Crusade for Christ, or CRU, another organization that targets young Christians. Bright told Cunningham that he had received the exact same vision from God. These are the categories that Cunningham and Bright claimed that God had revealed to them. 1st, church. 2nd, family. 3rd, education. 4th, government and law. 5, media. 6, art, entertainment, and sports. 7th, commerce, science, and technology. So basically everything. Cunningham and Bright's visions essentially lay dormant for the next quarter of a century until a prophet came along to raise the banner. That prophet was Lance Wallnau, who became a major player in the world of charismatic Christianity starting in the late 1990s and continuing to this day. He met with Loren Cunningham, who shared with him his vision about these 7 categories of society, and Wallnau was so absolutely taken with this idea that he rebranded those categories as mountains, ideological strongholds that had to be climbed by Christians. And if they could claim each stronghold by taking over the power at the top, then they could completely turn that category of society back towards Christ. Wallnau wrote a book in which he coined this the Seven Mountain Mandate, and in fact he co-wrote that book with Bill Johnson, the senior pastor of Reading's Bethel megachurch, which we will absolutely be covering on this channel in depth. Wallnau began to teach the Seven Mountain Mandate to his New Apostolic Reformation colleagues. So what exactly is the New Apostolic Reformation? It's really tricky to nail down because it's not a formal denomination. It exists in the space of charismatic Christianity, but it's like a loosely connected network of people who style themselves apostles, teachers, leaders. So you can't just go to a church and ask them if they're part of the New Apostolic Reformation because it doesn't work like that. But the pastor of a church might be closely involved with leaders and members within the New Apostolic Reformation who, again, think of themselves as apostles who are bringing new words of Christ to America. So Wallnau begins to teach the Seven Mountain Mandates to this network, and it gives them all something very concrete that they can attach their prophecies and their ideologies onto. With the Seven Mountains Mandate to cling onto, the New Apostolic Reformation set their sights on a very tall ideological mountain, the presidency. This is Paula White, a member of the New Apostolic Reformation and Donald Trump's personal pastor. She's been with him since 2002. She's been the chair of his campaign projects related to evangelicals, and right now she heads up the newly formed White House Faith Office. Paula White worked together with Lance Wallnau in order to sell Trump to evangelicals back in 2015 and 2016. She and Wallnau brought together many members and leaders within the New Apostolic Reformation to pray over President Trump, and they spread the word